Hello, I am Vadani Ariyam. This is my podcast. It's about financial coaching. So, what is financial coaching? Financial coaching? As a financial coach, I empower clients to take control of their financial futures by guiding them towards practical everyday habits. I help with budgeting, debt management, and building financial literacy so clients can make smarter decisions, improve behaviors, and reach short term goals such as saving, paying off debt, emergency funds. Every step of the way, you foster the growth. You foster the growth. So, the first topic I'll be talking about is budgeting. Budgeting. What is budgeting? Budgeting is one thing you can use to control your expenses, control your accounts in total, either the income or expenses. The companies which have been functioning for a while, they use the previous year's figures, previous year's records to create the budget. The previous year's record, and in their final accounts, they will see the income and expenditures. But if you are new to the budgeting and new to a business, you are starting a business and you want to create a budget, if that is the case, how will you do that? So, if that is the case, when you are starting your business, you will have done your business plan. According to your business plan, you will know how much your income might be, and how much the expenses will be for your business. So everything depends on your assumptions. You assume your expenses, income, and expenses, and enter that in one of the columns. You have to have about 5 columns for your budget. This is a short budget I'm talking about. Short budget for a small business. And then once you have done the assumptions for the budget, the income and the expenditure, then you have to add up all your monthly. If you are doing it monthly, add up all your monthly income and expenses and compare that with the budgeted figures. If you are new to the budgeting, my advice will be do it weekly. So when you do the calculations and comparing with the assumptions, you will see the differences. The budgets are 3 types. One is surplus, deficit, and balanced. Surplus budget means your income is more than the expenses. That means, what will you do with the surplus? Surplus you should use to pay off your debts. If you have debts, pay it off first. The important thing in the debts is we have to pay it off first. And then the emergency funding, put the money for emergency funding. Emergencies I'll talk about it later in detail. Emergency funding, retirement funding, and savings and investments. If you see a deficit budget, what will you do? Immediately take action by cutting down your all expenses. You must have spent money on your unnecessary expenses, cut it down. And also, if the income is less, you have to ensure you increase the income. How will you increase the income? You are having a 9 to 5 job, and how will you? After 9 to 5 job, what do you do? Most people don't do anything. So after 9 to 5 job, you find something. What is your passion? What is that you are good at? What is that you can do? What is that you like to do? If you like to writing, web design, so many things, I think. Looking after kids, caring for others, gardening, so many things are there. You can do all that after your 9 to 5 job. Make it as a home business and earn that extra income. That extra income you should put it towards cover the deficit. And if you have debts, pay it off the debts, same as rest of the money, same as emergency funding, retirement funding, and saving and investments. These are the ways you have to maintain your budget. Budget is important for everyone. Anyone keeps a budget and follow the budget, they will not have financial problems. So the next one is debt management. What is debt management? Say you are having too many debts. How will you manage the debts? You have to pay off the debts carefully, set up the budget for your debts. What is the amount you can afford to pay, the affordable amount you can pay towards debts. It is important to pay off your debts at least monthly. Every month you should pay, otherwise you will fall into different other types of problems, which I will talk about it later. Debts, if you say you are having credit card debts, personal loan debt, the interest will be very high and it will escalate as quickly as possible. You will sink yourself into that debt. That will result in a mental illness, physical illness, all type of illness you will have. And depression also will set in. So to avoid all that, pay off your debts as soon as you get your tax, pay after tax amount, the income after tax. Set an amount for your debt payment, affordable amount. You don't have to, you have to have your living expenses like housing, food, clothing, transportation, electric bills, and all that. So you have to set aside the money, and the balance money you have to keep it. First payment should be the debt payment. There are two types of debts. One is high interest debt and one is low interest debt. High interest debts are credit card loans, personal loans, car loans, and loans like that. And low interest low interest debts are like student loans, mortgages, and all those. The student loan, you take it is for your advantage, and the house, you take it for your advantage. Both have benefits. Student loan will give you qualifications. You go there to study and get qualified and get a better job. And house, the prices will increase every month. So, whatever said and done, any debt you have, you must consistently make the payment, monthly payment. If not, you will have problems. So for that, you have to set the budget and allocate some amount of money towards the debts. Consult a debt consolidation agency, and they will they will tell you to keep one amount and divide that amount among all your debts. Any amount you pay for your debts is important. Monthly, never miss payments. These are the problem. Paying off debt doesn't mean that only you are getting rid of the debt and you are free. It will give you a control over your finances, and you will have better financial habits to develop a better personality and confidence in yourself in dealing with the money. Next one is personal finance. We all have personal finance. We earn our money, that's our personal finance. We depend on the government to pay us, that's also our personal finance. We get problems, parents or siblings or somebody gives us money for our living, that's our personal finance. So it is important, you have to learn to manage your personal finance. Personal finance involves 5 things: income, expenditure, savings, investment, protection. Income should be income after tax. Expenses, you should know all your expenses, what you spend the money on, and then take off the expenses from the income. The rest is a saving. And then investment. Savings, what are you going to do with the savings? If you have surplus money, what are you going to do with the savings? I have told about this before. Pay off your debts first and put in emergency funding, then retirement funding, then the investments. To do the investments correctly, you have to learn about investments. You have to learn about. Without learning, if you just go and put the money in, you might become a loser. If you learn about investments and take care of the investments, and even if you put the investment, starting the investments, don't go and put the money there and forget about it. Monthly review is important. Which account is working well, which account is not working well. If you do that, if you maintain that very carefully, you will become wealthier. Investments makes people wealthy, and investment make people poor also by making mistakes. Next one is personal finance, I have talked about. Next one is financial literacy, financial freedom. What is financial freedom? If you're having financial freedom, you're a happy person. Financial freedom means you have enough money to pay all your bills with no worries. So, Rishi Snack says that he was working for the Fidelity Financial Control. He was in the financial control department. He said, you have enough money to pay off your bills, and savings also important. When you have the financial freedom, savings, you have to have money to do the savings also. And ensure that you get enough income to cover all these. That is the financial freedom. When you have the financial freedom, there is no worry. That means your health will not get affected. Financial freedom makes you a happy person. You must, in the end, not all of us. There are people who have financial freedom. There are many people who do not have financial freedom, and they are anxious to know how I can get the financial freedom. There are ways you can get the financial freedom. Financial freedom means how do you get it? Understand your income and expenses properly. Understand your income, particularly the expenses properly, whether these expenses do I really need these expenses? Am I wasting my money? And then, next one, prepare a budget to suit you. What is the amount I can put it for expenses? How much money I will get it for income? Suit your, don't copy other people's budget. You have to prepare your budget to suit your income and expenditure. Then increase your income. That is the only way you can manage, you can get financial freedom. How will you increase your income? That's what I have talked about. The people who work 9 to 5 can increase their income easily. Then, these are the ways you can, there are many other ways you can increase your finance, you can get your financial freedom. Start saving for investment. Start saving for retirement funding, emergency funding, investment, and everything. You will get the financial freedom. The next one is financial literacy. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is learning about how to manage the finances. All of us need to become a financial literate. Even whether you have enough income or no income at all, you have to become a financial literate. There's a misconception about financial literacy is people think, but I do the budgeting, that's enough. No. Budgeting is also important in financial literacy, but their investment rates, interest rates, credit score, investments, protection, all those involved in financial literacy. And some people think, I'm too old. I don't need I don't need to be a financial literate. I don't need it. No, everybody needs at any age. Everybody needs to become a financial literate at any age. The other misconception is financial literate. Do I have to be a good maths person, maths calculator? There is no calculation in financial literacy. There is not much of financial calculations. You don't need to know math skills or anything like that. Some people think, financial literate important for people who make a lot of money, not for people like me. People think like that. Financial literacy is important for all of us, because we all deal with money, not exceptional. We all deal with our everyday money. So you have to be a bit of a financial literate. There are different grades. Big business people are different. And we are just human beings, daily working, earning, or pensioners. Anybody has to be a financial literate. Otherwise, they will mismanage the money. What will happen? Mismanagement. Then I'm doing the savings now. Is that enough? Savings you can do. That is good. That's good. But one of the part of the financial literacy. But I have been explaining about savings and investments. You have to keep learning about it. Keep learning about investments. I have finished my degree. I don't need to study anything anymore. There is no way. You have to be for your savings, for your retirement funding, the money after retirement, everything you have to learn how to do the savings for your life. Then financial literacy. These are the important thing about the financial literacy. You have to be a financial literate, know how to handle the money properly. The next one is money management. Money management. Everyday money, how you are handling the money. How you are handling. So when you get your salary, end of the month salary, what you are going to do with it? You will pay your rent, mortgage, and that and this and all that. And the rest, what will you do? You will mismanage it. So that is wrong. So you have to learn to manage the money. Say, for example, you are getting $60,000 for a year. As you are spending 3,200, you are going out your living expenses, mortgage, payments, all that. And 1,800 you are left with. What will you do with the 1,800? Put it towards emergency funding, pay off all your debts first. Paying the debts is the important number one thing for anyone in life. Paying the debts, emergency funding, retirement funding that you need to have money after retirement, and then investment and savings. Yes, and also you have to buy the insurance. You have to have insurance to safeguard yourself. These are the ways you can manage your money very well. If you manage your money very well, you will get good habits, confident in your life, and happiness in your life, money management. Anything people think I can't buy anything. That is wrong. You have to prepare a budget and make sure that you make sure to say yes for important things in your life. Important things in your life are important. Yeah, those are the ways to manage the money. Money management, if you are not carefully managing the money, you will be in trouble. Yes. Other thing in money management is you should know where you are at. That means you should know your net worth. That means you should know your value of your assets, value of your liabilities. Assets are house, car, bank account, investments, retirement funding, emergency funding, all those are your assets. The liabilities are all loans, credit card loans, personal loans, car loan, mortgage, all those are your liabilities. Total both separately and take the liabilities from the income. That will show your net worth. If it is positive net worth, your net worth is positive, continue contributing to your funding, investment or retirement funding, anything. Put more money in there. You will get more net worth. If your net worth is deficit, you are doing something wrong, that is, how you can come out of it. Learn the money management. You can come out of it easily. It is not difficult at all. You can come out of easily if you learn the money management. Next one is setting financial goals. We all have to set financial goals. There are many types of financial goals. A student who's in the university will not think about retirement funding. What they will think, I need to buy a second-hand car. So for that, they have to put the money towards it. That is a short-term goal. And the mid-term goal will be, you are putting the money towards the down payment for your house and paying off your debts. That is a mid-term goal. There are 3 types of goals: short-term goal, mid-term goal, and long-term goal. What is your long-term goal? Paying off your mortgage is more than mid-term. Short-term goal will be within 1 year, your savings will be. And mid-term goal will be within 5 years. More than 5 years is the long-term goal, that is paying off all your debts, mortgage, and everything. You are free from, you have the financial freedom if you maintain that goal. And how to set up a goal. Say you are working, you are finish your university studies and you have started working when you are 25 years old, and you think, I have to do two more studies, 2 more qualifications, masters and PhD and those things. For that, you are planning about it. Planning only won't help you. You have to check the amount of time you need to save the money for your studies. Because once you leave the job, there's nobody who's going to help you for the university qualifications. You have to set that goal. Maybe take 2 years to save the money for that, and then you can start here. You can go into university and start your studies. These are the ways you have to set financial goals. To set your financial goals, setting a budget is important, and one of the items should be towards a financial goal. Or you are having everything perfectly, you are having only savings, only surplus money every month. How much I am going to put towards my goals, setting my goal from this. So all this also you need a budget, small budget. The next one will be how we can achieve the credit. What is business credit? Business credit means, the credit means it depends on your transactions, individual transactions over the years, in the past, whether you have kept the payments. Say you have borrowed money, say for example, you are having a credit card, big credit card, about 7,000, 8,000. Are you making the payment? Have you been making the payments correctly to the credit card? At least a certain amount you are not allowed to use the full amount of credit card. Certain amount of credit card only you can use. There is no rule, you can't use it. If you want to have a good credit, you have to treat yourself like that. Certain amount of money you can use from the credit card, and also make the correct payments on time. Never ever miss payments. And lenders check your credit score. If you are in trouble, if you need money, they will check your credit score, and they will be, if your credit score is low, they will never give you it will be very, very difficult for you to get any help, financial help from any lender. Lenders, when you apply for money, they check with the credit agencies like Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and there are so many companies are there. They will check with them about your credit. If the credit is low, it is not possible to get any money for your, even to get mortgage, and you will face many, many problems more than this. I can't explain all that here. You will many, many problems if the credit score is low. There is nobody is going to recognize you in any way. So you have see important. You have to have your personal credit. Start with your personal credit. Keep your personal credit good score, and then when you go in, enter the business. Make sure you are having the credit score good there also. Otherwise, make the payments on time. Don't borrow too much money. That is the bottom line of it. I hope you like this podcast. Thank you very much for listening to it. Thank you. Bye for now.